Hey guys, welcome back to Theater Advice, my YouTube channel. Sorry I haven't been filming, man. I've been unbelievably busy in the middle of a move and doing some other stuff. It's not every day that an AV guy gets to wire his own house. So this is really special for me. I haven't done it in 10 years. I wired my last house in 2015. So this is our new house we're building for our family. I'm pretty excited about it. And I think the saddest part of the story, honestly, is that I'm getting my hair cut later. So you're missing out on like whatever level of sexy I turned into after 10 a.m., which is really not that sexy, but let's go check out what I did. So this is kind of a cool entryway. I've got double doorbells there, so there's going to be a gate behind my film guy there. So there'll be a gate. So I'm going to put a doorbell there just in case the gate is shut, and then so it'll be a double doorbell situation. And then the actual front door is back there, so there'll be another doorbell. This is a cool little courtyard area. So I thought a lot about it from a wiring standpoint, and I will put the plans up in the beginning of this video so you can screenshot it or do whatever you want to do to look at it, just to see how deep I go in thought of every single angle. And that's what you'll find. And that's what I want you to take away from this. I want you or the people that are designing your wiring to really feel like they're standing in the space. And because it's a mistake to not stand in the space virtually in your mind and think about how you might ever use that room, because you can make a mistake that you can't reverse. So this is a cool little courtyard area. That's the study where my wife works, and so I'm gonna put a bug screen here, which we do those motorized blinds, which you've seen in other videos probably. So I'm gonna do a screen here. We have a fireplace, but the mantle, it would put the TV in here way up here. So I originally was like, hey, we're not gonna put a TV in here. You can't see the TV no matter where you'll be looking up. So I actually wired for a TV over there. It'll be super clean in the brick. If I decide to put it out there, I will. But now we can sit, watch if we're hanging out in this courtyard area for whatever reason, we can watch the TV over there. So I just moved it over there as a just in case scenario. Um, this is kind of a neat little thing. It's got an entryway here. This is the fifth bedroom, but it's going to be a gym for us. So when you come in, you've got a little bar area here where there's going to be like water bottles and stuff. And this is the gym. So Peloton tread there, bike here. And you have to really think like, how am I going to use this? Because um, we're coming from 6 bedrooms to 5 bedrooms, and that's why you really have to ask families when you're designing wires, or really think about it if you are the family. What are we going to do? Because we're actually going to have a Murphy bed come down from this wall for guests, because now we don't have a guest room, so we have a lot of children. So I'm gonna do a Murphy bed there that just pulls down at least for guests to be able to stay, and then we're gonna do the tread here, the bike actually where he's standing in the corner because it's a little smaller. TV on this wall. I didn't do speakers in here, and this is a funny thing. There's the only room probably I didn't do speakers in. It's very important when you're doing a gym, because of the Peloton. Now, the brand new Sonos Arc actually has Bluetooth, but the previous ones didn't. So I've always found that it's easier because I do all my Peloton workouts on. I don't look like a workout right now, for crying out loud. Stupid apartment living between houses. Um, but I do work out. And I do a lot of it on the TV. So I put a sound bar and sub in here, and then I can Bluetooth my tread or my bike to the sound bar. The sub is kicking. It just makes the workout way better. It really sounds like you're at one of those, the bike places and stuff like that, the spin places. So that part's really, really cool. So it's got its own bathroom here. So it's like the gym bathroom because it's a bedroom. Um, so as we walk down the hall, we got some windows in the hall. It's really neat. One of my daughter's bedrooms is going to be down here. Just TV on the wall. She's going to put her bed between the windows. That's how she wanted it. Pretty normal, pretty typical. Now this is not normal. This is my network closet. There's probably 3 miles of wire in here. So I've got a conduit for expansion to the attic going up, and then I've got a conduit to my projector, which we're going to show you in a minute. This will obviously get put into the wall later as well. So this is all my, oh, I'm sorry, it's up here. So this is for LED lights, which we'll dive into in a little bit. All my drivers will be mounted on the wall up high. And then we're going to put a rack in the corner here. Might have to go 2 racks depending on how much stuff I have, which is really common of me. I have 2 racks worth of stuff now, but we'll just kind of see. I always do my wall plates separated. So I've got whole house audio, network, cameras. The theater is its own separate deal for sure. Then you've got the lighting up here. So everything comes out really clean. It's not all in one rack. We have no idea what anything is. So I'm going to have him come and pan around. I've literally got, probably 8 to 10 wall plates in there. I don't feel like counting them for you. Suppose you could pause it and count them if you would like. That weird noise you just heard was my coffee. Hopefully that's not annoying, but it's going to keep happening because I'm super tired. So now we're going to come into the theater. The theater's really cool. And I'm going to have him pan up really quick and show you something, and then we'll come in and see it again. So this ceiling was way taller. So if you look in the hallway here, kind of pan in and see the hallway is really tall. And the builder kind of fought me on this because he was like, isn't it going to be weird? But I'm an AV guy, so I'm going to make AV choices, sadly. So the ceiling, it just in this little square is lower now because when you come in here and turn around, that was just all framed out right there. Obviously, it was just going to be, sheetrock or whatever, and then it dropped way up. And the first thing I did when I came in, of course, is I came in and I'm like, nah, I don't want my projector hanging right there. That's ugly and it's too close, and I want a bigger screen. So I had him build this custom projector box. It's actually not deep enough, believe it or not. I just met with him 5 seconds ago. It's going to go to 24 inches, and then they're going to do the return air in the side. A lot of things have to happen to do these. You can't. I make the request, and then you have to change like 5 things. Which this builder is so amazing. He just changed a few things for me, but we're just going to move the can light. There was a return air in there that has to be in there by code, so he's going to return the return air like this, projector housing like that. It's just going to sit in that wall, super clean. No one's ever going to know it's there. I think it's a feature they should offer on the house. I think it's amazing. This theater's gonna be 9 channel. I did my last one 11. I think it's too much. I tell clients that all the time. You don't need 15 speakers all the time. It just depends on the room. I'm gonna sit right here on my big love stack. I've got ceiling speakers literally exactly above me, just forward for my ear. 9 channels. So I've got perfect side channels. I've got rear channels back here. So this is side, rear, in wall. We're gonna cut this stud out. This is not load bearing. I actually had them move. This light was here because this used to be a double door. I changed it to a single door for so I could seal it. But the light was like here where I wanted my speaker, so I had to move it to the other side because as I enter now, because I'm an automation designer, I'm just going to hit theater on right here and enter the room, and my theater's on. I can control everything from my phone. I'm never actually going to touch that light switch, so I don't care that it's over there. It's weird otherwise, but because of automation, I don't need it to be. On the front wall, I haven't really calculated or decided what size screen I'm going to get yet. Depending on, the projector's far enough back now, so that's good. But I brought the speaker wire in here, zigzagged all the way to the floor, turned around, and went up. So my front left speaker has 2 full locations where it can go inside the screen more, outside the screen more. Just kind of depends on what I do. If I want a little more separation, if I want it all behind a smaller screen, just kind of depends. So I wired TV and power over there just for resale because I would never ever do that, but it's there. So I'm thinking ahead of time. My wife and I are only going to be in this house 6 years. After my little goes to high school, we're out. So we're just gonna. I'm gonna wire it for resale. I've got 4 sub locations. I just met with them. They forgot the power, so it'll be power and wire in 4 sub locations. So I don't have to look at the power cable or whatever. I don't know that I'm going to use all 4. I just wanted them there. So full 9.2.4, whatever, or sorry, 9.4.2 is what it is. So no, it's not. It is 7.4.2. It's weird nomenclature that I didn't hear, so even I don't know it. But it's 7 on the bed layer, 4 subs, 2 ceiling speakers. I don't need 4. I don't need any of that stuff. It's plenty good the way that it is. The room is 16 by 13. It's a little smaller than my last theater, but it's awesome, and I'm super excited about it. Let's talk about the LEDs. So what I'm doing is in-wall LED strips. So these are even hard to find, but I don't know where they ran them actually. On the other side they ran them. I might have to have them come back. They might not be matched over there, or I'll find them. So the LED strips are here. So this is a 16.6. We ran out of 16.6, so it's actually this is 3 16.2s, which is the same, and then you've got 3 16.2s there, 3 16.2s there, making a 16.6. And I will have to have them match it on the other side. So I'm glad I caught that in the video. I think they did one of them, but so I'll have them return for that. But it's why you walk jobs before you're done, before you sheetrock. So that's the theater. This is a study. It would be simple, honestly, but when I walked it, there's just such weird wall patterns in here, and they do a lot of woodwork, this company. So what I did was I didn't want to put stuff on the walls ugly. I know all of that is like desks and woodwork and paneling and all this pretty stuff. It's super pretty. So what I'm gonna do, what I did was I zigzagged those. And I'm just gonna put them super low because she listens to music super low in here. It does not have to be audiophile grade or anything. And if that wall doesn't allow me to do it later, because I didn't feel like learning what's on that wall exactly, I double wired for ceiling. So I've got ceiling options here, but I couldn't like perfectly center them on anything because the wood and everything was kind of weird. So I just, there's a chandelier in here I didn't want to bother with. So I just wired it in 2 locations. So pretty simple there. TV on this wall, don't even know if we're going to do it. So I wired it at hammer height. Living room area, obviously big important area in the house. We've got the 20-foot door that will eventually overlook the pool that I probably can't afford anymore. But this room was tricky because this is all like cabinetry, shelves, tile fireplace. We didn't want to change anything. The house was already on the ground. To be done in July, we had to buy a house that was on the ground. So I couldn't change a ton of stuff, and I wouldn't have anyway, probably. I love the tile. It looks very elegant, looks very pretty, and I've got my badass theater over there. So we're going to do a frame TV above the fireplace just to keep it very artsy. But I've got no place for speakers on this wall. Like, literally, it doesn't exist. They'd have to go super high like that, which is garbage. So I went in wall because with angled speakers now, or in ceiling, sorry, we just coiled them up there for future. I'm going to put probably Martin Logan 45s up there or Focal 45s, but those speakers that are on 45s, turn them sideways. Or the circles, you can even aim like down. If it's a square, you have to choose to aim it in. But the Martin Logans that I have, I think like the XTC8 HTs, something like that. They actually aim down at a corner. And so, it's not a perfect audio environment, but it's not a perfect audio environment. What I did though was I don't want a subwoofer sitting out in this room, and a lot of people struggle with that. So I wired a sub in that cabinet just in case the cabinet can house one and it doesn't sound bad in the cabinet, doesn't sound muffled. Again, I'm not calling this a critical listening environment. I tell clients that. I also double wired a sub here. I had to move this power outlet and I wired a subwoofer here, but this will be an in-wall, like a dual SVS 10 or something like that. I don't like messing with installation. I might not put it there, but I might. So I wired an in-wall sub there. And then if I can't do that, I wired in ceiling subwoofer. So I'll do like a little in ceiling passive 8-inch sub, which a lot of my companies make. But because I'm into symmetry, I wired both. So I've got fronts back there, rears here, and dual 8 subs back there in the ceiling if I feel like they need to go there. I don't know that they do. Because this room is so long, it's probably 40 feet. I wired also audio in the kitchen above the island. So I actually went, because I'm a cook and I love to cook, and I'm actually creating another channel on cooking pretty soon, which has nothing to do with this, but I just love to cook. It's actually going to go in the galley. So these coils here are in the galley. You can't even see our wires. All of the electricians and all the other people run wires all over the place. You literally can't. I don't even know where they are. Actually, I don't. We wire super high and tight, clean. So the patio is going to be over here. Pretty big patio, outdoor kitchen. So I've got 2 speakers above my head here, 2 speakers there. It lined up with the can lights. They are moving that power up. It is too low. I just talked to them about it. My guys just followed suit and went with the power, but it all needs to go to 84 inches. So that will move up there. That is a pool bathroom just for the pool. There is a dual voice coil speaker wired in there as well. I love to have audio in the pool. We've got a landscape drop on the left side of the house. So this is the stub out. So I've got triple cat 6 and two 12 gauge wires. So that is so I can bring a wire over to the pool equipment so that it can be wired and on Wi-Fi, and then the audio. So the audio will drop in, go around in the ground, and go all the way into my flower beds, into the back of the pool area to do rock speakers, coastal source, whatever flavor I feel like putting in later on. So we're gonna do take 2 of the cameras that you're never gonna see take 1 of, because someone drew a giant man business on the wall out there, because that's just building. You just see stuff like that. It's amazing. So we caught the little guy in the camera there and had to redo it. So I put a camera in the corner here, and the reason I did that is to see this area in the kitchen. I don't know if my wife's going to want that one there for looks reasons, but you can't see the kitchen otherwise. My old house had a camera that saw the living room and the kitchen, and I could do that if I put it up there in the corner where I had it on the plans. But once you walk a house, which is why you walk the house and you don't just look at plans, you can get really, really close. But once you see the house, you see the wood, you see where vents are and stuff like that. It really dictates a lot of things you can and can't do. And that's why all the comments sometimes are ridiculous on some of our theaters and stuff like that when things aren't perfect. 'Cause they're like, I would rebuild the whole room. It's like, no, you wouldn't. Nobody has the budget to do that. You're just going to put the speaker where the speaker goes. Stop being ridiculous. So when you walk the job and you realize there is wood here, you have to make different decisions. So I didn't want it there. I didn't like the way it looked. It would have gotten a good run of this whole area here. So I tucked it actually in this hallway. And it seems silly, but if you stand there, which line of sight from your eye is very similar to a camera. So as I stood back here that day, I was like, oh, I can see that whole door. That's the break-in area. I can see the whole living room, but I can't see the kitchen because this column here and this little walkway blocks that view. So I put another one over there in case she wants to see two different views. So that's why I did that. I wanted to also touch on this Versa box before we go into the other room. So I know I'm putting a frame TV here just because this wall is very, very pretty, and I know I'm an AV guy, and I know it's not the best TV, and I honestly am not in love with it, other than the fact that I sell it all the time. It looks actually really good, but it's not the TV I would choose for here. It'd be like a nice OLED or a nice bright TV, Sony or Samsung or something like that. But we went ahead and put this Versa box in. They'll sheetrock up to it, and then they'll tile up to it right to here, so I can still get this centerpiece out. But I've got all my wires, the power loaded in there. That way the box for the frame TV can hide in there. I know they're coming out with a wireless one pretty soon, which I don't think will work, but I'll go on record to say that right now. Wireless video transmission is not a good idea. But we went ahead and put this in early. Sometimes the Versa box is actually a little bit larger than the box as well. It's not really a big deal. My guys just cut it out. They notch out the power on the top. You just literally cut it with a little buzz saw and knock out the middle part because there's two power outlets up there, or two places for them. You just slide the box in like that, and it sits, so it's really not a big deal. Little Josh AI Nano for voice control is just gonna go in the wall right here. It's literally a circle the size of my fingers right now, so it's just gonna hide in the wall right here. It's white, no one will ever even see it. I dropped a sub here because I've got a little DefTech sub that I've always had. I just tuck it next to my nightstand. No one ever sees it. I zigzag these so I can do some color matched in-wall speakers. I love surround sound in my bedroom. My wife and I will watch movies in there at night. It's not like super loud or anything, but I just love I love having surround sound in there. So because we have this 45 angle, I wanted to keep that wall super clean. So TV on the wall, I got an 83 OLED that's going in here, and I've got the speakers up there, but they're aimed right at my bed. So is it a perfect scenario? No, but sometimes I still want it to be pretty. So it is what it is. I've got audio in that giant closet over there that's bigger than my theater, which is absurd. And then I have audio in here. So I've got audio master bathroom, audio in there, audio in the shower. So 3 zones of audio right here. I did not do my shower TV. They stopped making it, which I think is ridiculous, but whatever. Before we turn the corner, another powder bath here, and we've got another dual voice coil. So this will be one zone. So I will never turn on the music in this powder bath and not have the pool bath on, because there's really no reason. If I'm having a gathering is when I turn this zone on because it's for guests. So this is the guest powder bath. So the patio and the powder bath and the pool bathroom will have audio in there. That way you don't have to listen to people do their business, or they can, pee in peace or whatever. So we'll go upstairs, check that out. I think that's it. I don't remember. There's too many nooks and crannies. All right. So this game room is really cool because this is another time where like you really have to sit in the room virtually and really think about it. So this is a bar. This is a game room where there'll be pool table, shuffleboard, that kind of thing. This is a bar where someone will sit and be served and whatnot. So there's a full bar area. The only place in this room for a TV is in that weird corner over there, which I don't love because then it's above a shuffleboard or that wall. So I wired that wall, which is perfectly fine. Problem is when you sit back here, you can't see that TV at all. So I put a small TV in there. I'll do a little 43 or something on the back wall. And that way, if you're here, you can still see the sport game going on and all that kind of stuff. So, I thought about it. When I looked at the plans, I'm like, TV goes there, but what about these people? So, you put a little TV there. You can plan for things. You don't fail. Bedroom there with a TV, not a big deal. I've got wireless access point in the ceiling here. And then I didn't talk about that. It's a super important part of wiring. You'll see it on the diagrams. I've got 4 here. So there's one here just for the upstairs, and then there's 3 triangulated downstairs away from one another. So Wi-Fi is very, very important. I always hide them in hallways. I don't put them in rooms, things of that nature. Another bedroom there. So these are the 2 bedrooms upstairs for the 5. And that's about it. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments section. Again, I would just, either screenshot the video, the part of the video that I put up the plans if you want to, and things like that, just to kind of see a layout or see the designs we do. We design wiring for people all over the country, believe it or not, depending if they're doing business with us or not. I don't even charge for that feature. I just help them design their house. I do it literally from Idaho to Jackson Hole and all over the place. So you just send me your plans and we'll mark them up like this with this much thought, as if it was my own house. So hopefully you saw some kind of proper wire techniques. You saw that my guys forgot the LEDs on one side of the wall. I've already made that phone call, but that's why you walk it. You walk it before for marking, and you walk it after to mark everything off and make sure stuff's where it's supposed to go. So not everybody's perfect. It's really hard, especially on my plans, to look at 5,000 dots and notes everywhere. So probably just I think I had arrows going to one side, and I just told them to do the other side, but they forgot. So not everybody's perfect, especially us, but that's why you check, you walk it, you do your job, you general manage, or your general contractor, you manage the project. So if you have any comments, like I said, and I've already said, because I like to repeat myself and say stupid stuff, let me know. But hopefully you learned something. And sorry I've been so vacant from YouTube. I'll try to do better, but I don't got the time. See ya. Hey guys, I just wanted to thank you for listening to whatever I was just rambling about. And of course, if you are in the Dallas area or surrounding areas and you can get here, visit our showrooms in Frisco or Southlake location. And now we can help you anywhere, from anywhere in the country, through the world's first mom and pop shop on the internet called FCAVsystems.com. We are very excited about this project. We're happy to bring what Theater Advice does here in Texas to everyone. Thanks for watching.